I have saved you with the history of how the Saglemi project began. And so this is very succinct in writing. Otherwise, I would want to say that Ghana, as a result of our housing deficit, you know that we have an average housing deficit of about 1.8 million housing units in our country. And that is why so much treason is on our ascendancy. So during current President John Dramani Mahame's first era, through Parliament, they had some credit facility from Suzé Credit to a tune of about 200 million US dollars to build 5,000 affordable housing units. They left office. So by the time they had left, they built 1,506. And the story is history. The current state of Saglemi is very deplorable. It's in bad taste. We have allowed Saglemi to pitifully die or wither under the harsh weather. And we ask ourselves, what do we do at this dire moment when our taxes seemingly are being thrown away? And there's a petition to the government of Ghana by the Saglemi Not For Sale Coalition for the handover of the uncompleted Saglemi Housing Project to a state housing agency. I'm sure that by the time I'm done with my reading, that government agency will come out. And let me say that we did not just got up and typically place a finger on this very name. We know that we have other competing, agencies or competing agencies, for want of better words. But you need to approach your discourse in such a way that whoever you lay claim must have the capacity, must come with experiential knowledge, must have the commitment, the determination, the resolve, and that's Ghanaian workable spirit of perseverance in wanting to achieve your end desire. We, the members of the Saglemi Not For Sale Coalition, write to respectfully urge the government of Ghana to transfer the uncompleted Saglemi Housing Project to TDC Ghana Ltd, a wholly state-owned entity, and I stress that, a wholly state-owned entity. Before somebody says that I'm in collusion, Price is a wholly state-owned entity, for its completion, management, and allocation for public benefit. The Saglemi Housing Project was initiated as a national response to Ghana's critical housing deficit that I have earlier intimated. It remains a symbol of public investment and collective aspiration for affordable housing. We believe strongly that the project must remain under public ownership and control and be completed for the benefit of the ordinary Ghanaian. And I'm saying this with reference to what the past government intended doing. You know, Team Saglemi Not For Sale or Saglemi Not For Sale Coalition have had several engagements with past ministers of works and housing regarding that matter. We believe that they should not be privatized because the purpose for which the loans were contracted is underpinned or based on affordability. And we think that no private entity is in to make laws. Every private enterprise, every private man, every individual privately comes to the scene to make profits. Abang si dan aton kra mpo ne bo wedding na campese yesi ankrankrema meje dan no enton ene ne bo be yedin pa, thereby defeating the purpose of affordability for which the loans were contracted. So we believe that if a state-owned agency takes custody of it, and yes, immediately our taxes are committed to that effort. At least it will be owned by the state and it will be for the benefit of the Ghanaian citizenry. Now, TDC Ghana Ltd, and I'm saying this because then I need to prove the capacity of TDC. So TDC Ghana Ltd, with its proven track record, technical competence, and public sector orientation, is best positioned to undertake this task. Established in 1952 and operating under a renewed mandate that includes project management, construction supervision, and urban development. TDC has consistently delivered large-scale housing and infrastructure projects, including a plethora of that I'm come to mention. One is the Pond Affordable Housing Project. That is 1,072 housing units completed and 800 more currently under construction. The Site 3 Infill Housing Project, 128 completed residential units. The Community 24 Site and Services Scheme, over 1,500 service residential and commercial plots. I told you that before John Dramani Mahama I left office, 1,506 of the housing unit have been completed. Here, it tells you of the capacity that TDC wields. Now, TDC's capabilities include a multidisciplinary team of architects, engineers, surveyors, planners, health and safety professionals, and project managers. So it shouldn't be like when the contract is awarded to any entity, we'll still have to spend so much engaging the services of engineers, the technical abilities of the co-minimis, who, of course, must see to the fruition of the project. But here, TDC's capability includes all these things I've mentioned, including but not limited to architects, engineers, surveyors, planners, health and safety professionals, and project managers, supported by modern project delivery tools and systems. The organization has the logistical capacity, and premium must be placed on logistical capacity, because then you will not want to give, huge Saglemi to an entity that lacks that potency. They have the logistical capacity to mobilize swiftly and supervise end-to-end development. Most importantly, TDC is a public agency, and trusting it with the Saglemi Housing Project will bring the following to the table. 1. Safeguard public investment in the project. 2. Prevent the transfer of a national asset into private hands. 3. Enable completion and allocation of the houses to Ghanaians at affordable rates. Ensure accountability, transparency, and alignment with the national housing agenda. We therefore call on the government to do the following. And let me, stress one more time that this is prepared in the form of petition. And right after here, we are going to 3 places, not with the media actually, but we are presenting a position paper, otherwise referred to as petition, to the Minister in charge of Works and Housing, and we'll send a petition to the Parliamentary Select Committee on Housing in Parliament, and we will send a petition to the President, either through the Office of the Chief of Staff or through the Office of the Executive Secretary to the President. So we are therefore calling on the government to, 1, halt any intended sale of the Saglemi Housing Project to private interest. 2, officially hand over the project to TDC Ghana Ltd for completion and public use. 3, provide the necessary financial and institutional support to TDC to enable the swift resumption and completion of works. The Saglemi Housing Project was built with public funds for public benefit. It must not be sold. It must be completed, and completed by the state for the people. We thank you for your attention and anticipate your prompt and favorable action. Respectfully submitted. Thank you.